Have you ever wanted to know more about the world of 24? Did you ever wonder how President Palmer recovered from the attempt on his life? Who was really behind the assassination attempt and why did it fail? Who ran the country while Palmer was fighting for his life? Ever wonder what it would be like to live 24 hours in the life of Jack Bauer?
Hey, Keifer, you're a pirate, man.
That would explain everything. Come on.
24 was a TV show that started airing around 10 years ago, and it became a pretty big hit. And after seeing the show's massive success, one of the producers did enough coke to greenlight a video game. On the Ps2. And here we are. But we can't really get into the game without talking about the show first. 24 was a crime drama show about the man, the legend, the loose cannon, Jack Bauer. Jack works for the Counter-Terrorist Unit, or CTU for short, where he and his team try to, stop terrorism and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, sounds like every other crime drama ever, but at least 24 spices things up a bit by doing something different, as every season takes place during 24 hours, hence the name. There's of course more to the show than that, but that's not why we're here. The game, see I got to it eventually, takes place a couple of months after Season 2, but also before the start of Season 3. So it's more or less Season 2.5 of the show, so obviously that means that there will be spoilers for the first 2 seasons here. Not really, but still, you've been warned.
Well, the plot of the game is really on 2 levels, very much like the series. He is trying to thwart an arms dealer, and then it develops into a terrorist action.
So what it boils down to is that a group of terrorists, led by Billy Ray Cyrus here, wants to destroy Los Angeles. How? With an earthquake. But Billy Ray also has a backstory with Jack, because let's not be original here. That's my abridged version anyways. The story is fine and unfolds more or less like a season of the show. The only difference is that you play instead of watch, and that Jack kills about 40 times as many people. However, I get the impression that the B teams were the ones writing this. Like, does stealing a bunch of explosives in order to start a massive earthquake sound like a good plan? No, it sounds like the worst plan. But all in all, the story is serviceable and very much feels like a mediocre season of 24. And to be fair, the show could be pretty stupid at times too.
The following takes place between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m.
The game starts out with Jack, who is too cool to wear armor, together with a team of CTU agents as they're about to storm a ship full of terrorists. The fuck is up with this guy's arm? As you'd expect, this involves shooting a lot of people. So I guess this is where I'll get into the gameplay. The shooting in 24 the game is weird. Well, the standard controls are anyway. Thank you, phone. By default, there's an overly helpful aim assist. It locks onto enemies and makes killing them way too easy. But it has a tendency to lock onto everything except from what you want to shoot. Say you want to target an explosive barrel to kill a group of enemies. Well, forget about it, cause this aim assist fucking sucks. Thankfully there's an option to turn this off, making the game play like a much more standard third-person shooter.
I'm hit.
And while it's no 50-cent blot on the sand, it works, and you're probably going to hit what you're aiming at. We mostly play the game from Jack's point of view, almost as if he's the main character. But since this game is trying its best to be a season of 24, we get to play as pretty much every other character from the show.
What are you doing here?
But the shocking thing here is that everybody from the show actually reprised their roles. And it kinda sounds like they gave a shit.
Dessler.
The man you think is Lee Jin-Yu is an imposter. Whoever's behind this wanted us to find him and take him in.
Jack, what are you talking about? Ryan's in questioning Mr. Yu right now.
No, we just found Lee Jin-Yu's body. He's been dead for several days. You need to place the man you have under arrest, and you need to do it now.
Okay.
Wait a second. Oh, this isn't good.
Zachary Quinto. The fuck are you doing here? The gameplay between the different characters is mostly the same, though some characters like Kim lacks real weapons, but yeah, they're pretty much all the same. Now, I know I said that 24, the game, was a third-person shooter, and it is, but it's also a whole lot of other things. It's also a stealth game, and an open-world driving game, and tons of different minigames, like hacking or interrogation. These minigames are nothing more than glorified quick-time events, but it works. But let's talk about the driving.
Hey!
I need your vehicle.
It controls like most driving games on the PS2, except you can accelerate with the right stick, which I recommend doing, because your thumb will die if you use the X button, because you have to push it down so damn hard to get to top speed. And you'll have to keep pressing it for quite some time, because the driving here can stick around for a bit. When going just from point A to B, the driving is fine. Where it gets frustrating are the car chases. The AI here are the most relentless motherfuckers I've ever encountered. 50 minutes. It took me 50 minutes to escape this madman. Look at this shit. The game is split into 58 different missions. Every 3 or so make up for 1 hour of in-game time. And honestly, it's just too much. Plus some of the missions are downright boring. Like this one, where you have to defend Mr. Landis by shooting countless terrorists for 2 minutes. It just gets hectic. Also, one of the later missions in the game was unbeatable. The goal is to shoot Billy Ray on his stupid speedboat. But as you can see, that's not working out too well, even with the aim assist. I tried this mission at least 20 times and it's just not happening. So yeah, I couldn't actually beat this game because I got stuck here. Thankfully it's the second to last mission, but still, it would be nice to actually finish the game. So this certainly isn't the best game I've ever played, but I actually enjoyed my time spent playing this. The developers clearly put a lot of love into this game, but I think they got a bit too ambitious. So it, at times, feels like a schizophrenic mess. But for a licensed game, this is a fucking masterpiece, rivaled only by DuckTales.